Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Trading with David 305. All right. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Let's look at the charts. First things first, news. Always got to know what's going on this week in the stock market. Um, so we got some orange folders that happened around 8:30. Uh, let's see here. Trump might speak tomorrow. I don't know why that's an orange folder. That should be a red folder. At least it is for me. um, and then consumer confidence at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So that's tomorrow. And the big rate decision on Wednesday. It's forecast to stay the same at 3.75%. Jerome Powell will be speaking. So that is critical news. So since there's such strong news happening on Wednesday, Monday, and Tuesday will probably be very choppy. I highly recommend we size down until this news passes Wednesday. Maybe Thursday we could size up, but let's play on the safe side just because there's a lot of news. There's a lot of news that's not here. If you see here, Friday, well, we have unemployment claims Thursday. That's important. That's at 8:30. We got Friday, 8:30 a.m. Some PPI. What I would say, I think over the weekend, Trump wanted to put tariffs on Canada, but about 100% tariffs. So that should shake up the market. Why does he want to do that? Because they want to close a deal with China. So we're gonna put the pressure on. What's the other deal? What's the other deal? Let's see. Market reacts to 75% chance government shutdown. That's not in here. Government could possibly shut down this week if they don't come up with a resolution that will affect the market. Because if the government is shut down, we don't get news. We don't get news. Price doesn't really know where to go. So as last time the government shut down, it was pretty difficult to trade that just because there was no economic data. And that is pretty much the fuel of the market. So let's see. Yeah, rate decision. We do have earnings for Microsoft, Meta, Tesla on Wednesday. So that's going to be Wednesday is a pretty big day. Fed interest rate decision. Um, we have Apple reports earning Thursday. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. So we just got to stay uh, close to what's happening. All right, let me pull up the chart. All right, so what has NASDAQ been doing since Sunday, yesterday, when it opened at 6 p.m.? Let's see. All right, so this is the 1 hour chart, guys. Obviously, if you know, you've seen my past videos, this is the 1 hour chart. This is the 5 minute time frame. We got VWAP under us, so it looks like the market has been pumping from this demand zone that I have marked out a while ago. Every time it touches this demand zone, it obviously pops. Now, will it make higher highs? Let's see. Will it get out of this downtrend that it was in for a while? So it's been kind of choppy. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like it already filled the gaps that it kind of wanted to. Um, so it's just interesting to see what it will do at 9:30 when the market opens. We're gonna wait until 9:30 to make a move. I always say patience pays. I don't take any pre-market trades. I do set up the orb, which is the 15-minute opening range, to figure out what direction the market wants to go in. And then I'll look for my best possible entry to catch a momentum trade. Okay. Um, let's see. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. And don't forget to hit the like button so I can continue growing this channel. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, we still have an unfilled gap to the downside. This is a 1 hour imbalance, another 1 hour imbalance. So, you know, there's room for it to go down, there's room for it to go up. What I like to do, I think this is from Friday's opening range. So we're out of that range. So it might go back. It might want to retest VWAP. This purple line here is VWAP. And that's where most institutions buy and sell. So that's a clear indicator. Sorry, it was like a bug flying. A clear indicator of where price wants to go. So yeah. Let me put, well, let's just wait a bit. I'm gonna mark out the London low here, which is the bottom of this square. Whoa, that was trippy. Hold on. Let me take that off. We're gonna go back. Ray. So this is the bottom of London low. Okay, and we have the top of London high here. All right. Yeah, I mean, look at all the gaps it's created going up. So I assume it's gonna want to fill these gaps before it keeps going up, or retest VWAP, fill this gap here on the 5-minute, and keep going up, or rip down. It really depends. I think the big news that's gonna make the market move, and I probably should put the news on just in case, is that tariff news on Canada. That could move the market. You know, anything that this guy says about tariffs usually pretty much moves the market. All right. Let me put DirecTV here on my phone. Okay. Oh, they're talking about Minnesota. Oh my goodness. Minnesota is on another level. Yeah. De madre. Anyways. All right, so what account am I going to trade today? That is the key, because I'm just going to do one account. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. Could do this one maybe. 7. Yeah. Let's do that one. Actually, that's the one I had already set for trading. So I put the news on here. Let's see. Fed agents frustrated with DHS response. Okay. Well, that's erroneous to us, really. We need to know news that makes the market really move. So, all right. So yeah, if you're tuning in, I'm going to be trading a funded sim account, funded account. So if I do hit my targets, eventually I get a payout. And when I do get those payouts, I'll show it to you guys so you can see that it's real money, because I've gotten them plenty of times. Like I said, I think I'm only going to do one micro today. Max trades, probably 2. Max, if I hit the first one, we're done for the day. If I lose the first one, I might take a second one if the opportunity presents itself. If not, we start off with a red, and it is what it is. Again, you gotta accept losses. You gotta accept it sometimes, and be like, all right, tomorrow's another day. And like I said, it's gonna be volatile. It's gonna be choppy because the market really is just waiting for news. Even though we already know that he won't cut the rates. That's the most probable outcome. The market still needs to hear because anything could happen if he says something that could trigger the market. Yeah, there's a lot of traders that they don't really trade Monday or Tuesday. Oh, there's a red folder. That's the day I'm gonna trade. I mean, you could trade at any moment. Don't listen to these clowns that, oh, because it's low probability. Yeah, sure, it's low probabilities and size down, and manage your risk accordingly. Like every day. That could be the day that you don't want to trade, might be the day that the opportunity presents itself. Like if you know how to trade, it doesn't matter what the conditions are, right? Now, obviously, there are better conditions than others, and that's fine. I get that. But you have to know how to navigate in all conditions. To be a good boat captain, you have to know how to sail that boat in bad weather. That's how, that's the difference between somebody who does it every day on a sunny day and then somebody who could, manage to take those 5 foot waves and you're like, all right, you know. But you have to know your limitations also. You have to know your limitations, you know, and just risk accordingly. And then yeah. All right, so yeah, if you're tuning in, this is Trading with David 305, and don't forget to hit the like button. I am trading out of Miami, and this is the NASDAQ Futures market. Futures. Futures is a market where you pretty much predict the future of what you're trading. Is it going to go up? So are you going to put a buy, or is it going to go down? Are you going to do a sell? This is not buying stocks. You're buying a contract telling the broker, hey, I believe the price is going to get to from 25,728 to 25,760. And if it hits, then you get a payout according to whatever size contract you risk. And we're doing micros. So yeah, there's different sizes. There's minis, and then there's the different amount of contracts that you could risk. And that's the most important thing in trading is understanding how much you're risking per trade, how much your drawdown is, how much do you have available to lose, how much are you willing to lose. Um, everybody always goes into the market saying, I want to hit 100, and that's not the right mindset. How much am I willing to lose today? Because if you're okay with a loss, if you win, phenomenal. If you lose, it's fine because that's how much you were willing to lose. So you don't mess up your mindset and then you quit, you know. Let me take these off. I think these were the previous London highs, I think. Oh, that's confusing. Let me take this off. Duh. I know I marked this one, and then this was apparently that's a previous day low. That's why it's marked in red. We got a pivot. It is above the pivot point. So currently looking for longs, more or less. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what happens here today. The time is 9:15. We got 15 more minutes until the stock market opens. And then we could actually take a good trade. Because right now, ATR, the average trading range is at 15. And most likely that's going to go a lot higher once the market opens. I assume about 30 or higher. So hopefully it doesn't go too high either. Um, but regardless, we're going to be patient and we're going to wait for good trades. So let me make this just a little bigger so you guys can see it. It's obviously at a demand zone. It keeps tapping it. Every time it taps a demand zone, that demand zone starts losing strength. So I believe the next time it tries to come down here, it might rip right through to break this. And then it becomes resistance. Once it breaks through, then when it tries to go up, it bounces and comes right back down. So, but yeah, let's see what happens. Everything right now is above VWAP on the 1 hour, above the EMA 50, which is the green one. And then we have this small little line here. That's the EMA 200. And that's a moving average from what you're seeing there. I'm looking at the S&P 500 also on my other screen here, just to make sure they correlate accordingly. Is that right? Um, so yeah, they're pretty much on the same page right now, so that's good. We want to keep them on the same page because it's just a good confluence. If you see one breaking to the upside, then the other one usually follows. So it gives you another increase in your probability, you know? But yeah, right now, only looking for longs. I assume the price is going to pull back and then go up. But I'm not going to take a long until I see a pullback. So I want to see a pullback, tap VWAP, maybe fill this down here, maybe tap the London low, and start seeing something bullish to get above VWAP again. And yeah, we'll see what happens in a few minutes here. Hope you got your coffee. I hope you're staying warm if you're up north. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, this is not financial advice. Okay, this is for education and entertainment only. Oh my God. That's why I'm like constantly like this, because I see a mosquito in the house and mosquitoes love my blood. So I'm all in. It's gonna bite me at some point. It's gonna bite me. But I can't catch them because I'm live. If not, I would find it and destroy it. But I see it constantly like just hovering. It's snuck in. It's snuck in. Let's see. What's the temperature in the house? If I can't catch it, I'm gonna lower the temperature in my house to the point where the mosquito can't move because it's so damn cold. I'll put it at 68. Let's go. I'm probably gonna freeze here, but it might prevent the mosquito from moving. uh, let's see what happens. All right, so we got 10 minutes before the market opens. And let's see. There it is, yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to see on the news. The tariffs, the tariffs. What are you guys talking about?
Markets this morning. To me, the lead story is gold and silver.
Oh yeah. Gold and silver is going through the roof. Bitcoin is going through the ground.
But Bitcoin, that's down to 87,000. Why is
87,000.
Bitcoin not a safe haven?
Well, listen, I can't answer that because I'm not an expert on the cryptos. But I will say this, that gold at 5,000 is a bad sign. As you know, gold is a rush to safety.
Yeah, that's not a great sign when gold is that high up. That means, there's a lot of economic uncertainty in the world.
So think about this.
So, we might get a dip. We might get a dip just because, the NASDAQ goes off more or less what the economy wants to do. But if you trade gold or silver, hey, looks like if you took longs, you are up. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna trade gold. I don't trade um anything other than NASDAQ. It's just because I've been trading the NASDAQ so long. I'm so used to it. I'm so used to how it moves, and I mean, it's a little toxic relationship, I guess, with NASDAQ because it's made me a lot, and I've lost a lot. But the only way to learn is by losing, and I can tell you, I lost a lot, but I've also gotten a lot back, or more than I've lost. But it took me a while. It took me a while, and mostly the issue was me, not really anything else. It was just the way that I was trading emotionally, and you have to try to suppress emotions as much as possible. I kind of show you guys my emotions while I'm trading, just to keep it entertaining. But deep down, I'm like, come on. I think everybody is. That's why I say the most important thing is to be okay with what you're risking to lose. Like, sure, could I risk more because I have a bigger drawdown mathematically? Sure, but I'm not okay with losing 300 in one trade. I'm okay. I feel better losing 100. It doesn't mess up my psychology. It's what you're okay with. That's the key right there. Trump to share more on Trump accounts. Okay, but yeah, Bitcoin is going through the ground. I don't really trade crypto. Very volatile. Very, very, very volatile. I do own some Bitcoin. Everybody, I think, should. I have some on Coinbase. And like I told a friend yesterday, I always, every time it goes under the price that I bought it at, I just buy a little bit more. I DCA a little. Oh, I got the mosquito. I got it. I got it. Okay. Play with me. You don't fly in front of me. Are you crazy? Gross. Let me go wash my hands because I literally smacked it and it's all over my hands. So hold on. Market opens in like 6 minutes. We got time. We got time. Hold on. All right, all right. I'm back. My hands are clean. My hands are clean. I had to go wash my hands because I caught the mosquito. Now I could actually put the air back up just a little bit so I don't freeze. Give me a second. There we go. You can put it at like 70, 71. That's fine. I don't like it that hot either. Um, let's see, 925. ATR is at 14. Looks like it's going down from what it was at. So let's see. See if we can catch this banger. You know, it's funny. A lot of people log in. They don't log in at 9 o'clock to see me immediately. A lot of people mostly log in at 9:30 because they know the market opens at 9:30. So they're like, all right, let's see David at 9:30 when the stock market opens. We're not gonna hear him talk all this jazz since 9 o'clock. That's all right. Listen, the early bird gets the worm. I've been preparing since 9 o'clock. I already know more or less that we're looking for a pullback and then a pop up. So we got VWAP. I'm gonna mark the top of London high here. Boom. So we got London low. London high is about to pop that. Um, oof. Asia low down here. I'm gonna mark that just in case, because you never know. Market might want to come down there. That was 6 o'clock yesterday. So I'm guessing. See, yeah. I'm guessing might want to retap that. Maybe. Maybe. Anything is possible. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. So yeah, when the market opens, new week opening gap. Looks like it created a pretty massive gap just because of the news from Canada and the tariffs of 100%. So that gapped up, but it looks like it filled it pretty much during the whole Asia session. And then it started, and then it hit a peak, London high here that it's going for right now. Dropped, retested VWAP, filled these gaps, and looks like it's going back up to London high again. Sweep that. Let's see what happens. We got the previous day low. I'm sorry, previous day high here. Previous day low here. Let's see. Look, it's about to tap it right now. And boom, it has been tapped. So maybe, like I said, looking for something to pull back, and then maybe a recovery, or it could continue going down on a downward trend. We don't know yet. But we just need to catch a 50, 60 point move. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Meanwhile, people are happy to get 10 points. But then again, they're risking a lot more. So, I mean, figured it's what connects with you, you know? It's all good. The thing is to come out green. That's the key. Come out green and be happy. Be happy that you didn't end red. And then keep the losers small and the winners higher, right? Oh, there we go. That thing's ripping up right before market opens. Let's see. Oops. My bad. Let's see what happens. Ding, 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 ding. Market open 9:30. Here we go. All right. I'm getting a pump. Oh, looks like it swept the London high and it's coming down now. Maybe to retest EMA 50, EMA 21, and VWAP. Let's see what happens. 426 left on this candle. Swept the swing high here. Kind of got close to the super trend. It has created some sort of a hammer. Let's see. Let's see if it pulls back to this demand zone again. Is it going to break through it, retap EMA 200, and rip right back up? Or is it going to flush through to fill this imbalance down here? We'll see. All right. We got to stay patient. Let's wait for the 15-minute opening range. We'll mark that out as soon as it is ready. Okay, looks like it had a pretty strong reaction to the EMA 21 here. Kind of retested that and completely rejected back up. But we still got 3 minutes on this candle, so anything can happen. It might turn into a shooting star or it might flush straight down. Okay, shooting star it is. All right, so we're above the London highs, creating higher highs. Yeah. Let's see if it creates a higher high or if it comes for the daily high, which most likely looks like it wants to get up here. Just got to be careful with this resistance pivot here. When it taps it, might want to start coming down then. So, but yeah, right now it's kind of looking on the 5-minute like a shooting star. This is very strong reaction. Let me look at ES on this end. ES already tapped the daily high, so maybe there's a little reaction here to the downside. Let's see. I got the 4-hour on the other screen here, and on the 15-minute we got a strong bullish pin bar, aka shooting star. Let's see. Let me make this just a little smaller. We got the ATR at 15 currently. When this candle closes, I'm pretty sure it'll jump to 20. All right. 1 minute and 40 seconds left for this candle to close, and we got the first 5 minutes of the New York Open. Let's see, let's see. Stay tuned. Patience, patience, guys. Gotta stay patient. See, 1 second is a shooting star, the next second is going lower. So yeah, it could be a sweep of the London high. We'll see. Gotta stay patient and see really what it wants to do. Again, it on the 1 hour looks like it's tapping the super trend. Super trend moves by price action. So if it breaks super trend, it might start its momentum on the way up, and especially if it closes like a shooting star. Yeah, we're getting bullish reactions on the 15-minute, 4-hour. ES is pumping. My concern is that it is tapping the daily high on ES currently. So let's see if it pushes through that on the next candle. See if it wants to continue going up, or is it going to do a retracement? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We're looking at the NASDAQ. New York opened about 5 minutes ago. This is the first 5-minute candle on this screen right here. And this blue line here is the London high that we are just cleared. And this candle closes in 10 seconds here. This is a very strong bullish reaction. And like I said, let's see. It's looking like it's pushing through the daily high. There it goes on ES. ES is looking very strong. Don't get anxious. Don't get FOMO. Stay patient. We're gonna wait for a good. You don't chase. You do not chase. We wait for a good setup. I don't chase. And I don't trade the first 5-minute candle. There's people that do. I do not. Patience is the best way. Yep, and this thing could rip really all the way to the daily high, you know. But it could start a pullback here. I mean, anything is possible. I like to get a clear reaction. I mean, even though it did tap the EMA 21 and clearly filled a lot of orders and ripped straight up. Let's see how big this candle here is. The first 5-minute candle. Let's see. 71 points. That first 5-minute candle. That's pretty big. So it looks like this range is going to be pretty big today. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we're not missing the move, but it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I only trade once it figures out what it wants to do after the first 15 minutes. All right. Yeah, it looks like it's ripping up now on ES2, ripping on the 4-hour, ripping here on the 1-hour. There's about 23 minutes left on this 1-hour candle. Obviously, the next candle is at 10 a.m. There is no news today from what I remember, right? Well, there was news at 8:30. That already passed. So yeah, there's pretty much no news today. Okay. Let's see. You gotta be careful here because it'll hit these swing highs and do a little pullback. That's that's the better entry. When it does the pullback, taps a certain level, you see a bullish reaction, boom, catch that momentum. So let's see. Still 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. And we have the first 10 minutes, and then we got 5 more minutes to mark the 15-minute opening range. I mean, if I did trade the first 5 minutes, this would have been a nice long for sure. Even if that would have been a nice long. But I just, I feel like I got away from my first. It's not part of my strategy. But if I was forced to, yeah, that would have been a good try. That would have been a good long right there. Obviously, right here, everything is showing bullish. Long here, boom. As that candle closed, would have got this rip. And that would have been, let's see how many points that would have been. 26 points. Might be a lot for some people, but not that much. All right, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. The next candle might start the pullback. We'll see. Might. There is no bottom wick on this candle that's currently happening. On ES, there's no bottom wick. So usually it wants to come down and make a bottom wick. Usually. Or eventually. All right. This is the last 5-minute candle before we set our orb, our opening range. I want to see a pullback and a tap of at least the EMAs. Oh, if it could come down and tap these EMAs. And what I mean by the EMAs, EMA 50, EMA 21, EMA 200, even VWAP. If it could just tap it so we could see the reaction. Some people put limit orders by those EMAs. I don't do that. I like to wait till the market shows its cards, or most of its cards. Damn. Oh, damn. Damn, it's going to that daily high. No. See, I told you that long right here. This candle right here showing you that bullish momentum would have been a nice long. Now that probably would have hit TP. Like I would have been done with the stream. All right, guys, done for the day if I would have taken that. Shit. Looking for the swing high on the 1 hour here. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it cannot chase this, guys. Cannot chase this. We're gonna have to stay patient, but this is a huge opening range for market open. If I were to start marking it now, let's see, we're gonna do, let's do the region, right? It's easier. Whoa, it's getting a little volatile there. All right, so far that's what we got, unless it makes a higher high or sweeps this, we're gonna adjust the orb. But for now, that is the opening range for now until these 2 minutes and 30 seconds pass. We're gonna stay patient. Let me mark it on my other screen here, and if it changes, we will adjust because it's possible it could change. So let's see. Okay. I'm gonna mark it on ES also, which is the S&P 500. We got 1, 2, 3, and that is, yep. All right, let's see what happens. Should mark it on the 15-minute time frame here. Yeah, it looks like they hit a key level up there. Thought it was gonna make a higher high or hit the swing high of the 1 hour, but it just couldn't get there just yet, which is not a bad thing. If it does a pullback, and then it might want to get up there. It might need a little more juice. Buenos días, buenos días. Bienvenido. Trading with David, 305. Yes, I speak Spanish also. Let's see here. I am setting up the orb on my other screens here, so everything is correlating. I think I'm gonna have to adjust this. On ES, it's breaking up to the upside here, so I have to adjust that orb. I might have to adjust this one too. We'll see. We got about 25 seconds. Um, 15 seconds before the orb is officially set. Is it gonna make me fix it, or did I mark it correctly? Let's see. All right. 15-minute orb is set. And it looks like it still wants to rip to the upside. Now, this is a little tricky because it is getting to that pivot of resistance and that daily high. And it has been pumping since technically since the market, before the market opened. So it might want to do a retracement. You don't want to go long up here at the tip, taps the resistance level, it rips down and just wrecks you. ATR is currently at 23, not massive, but still pretty volatile. I recommend to risk down, but man, I really don't want to take a long here. I feel like I'll be chasing this whole move. I really want to see a retest of the EMAs before I take a long. I do not want to take a long after this huge move right here, especially getting to a resistance level. What happens at resistance pivots? Usually rejection. Usually. Sometimes it rips right through them. Not saying it can't happen, but there's a lot of liquidity right here. It hasn't been up here since 11 o'clock last night. So yeah, once it taps that, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a reaction to the downside. But you got to stay patient, guys. You got to stay patient. Make sure you mark out your 15-minute. And don't, this is kind of, I think this is like a fake breakout. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't want to long into a pivot or into the daily high. I just feel like I'll become liquidity there. We're going to stay patient. Now, I could be completely wrong, and this thing keeps grinding slowly up, and whatever. It is what it is, but it's not what I like to see. I like to see a pullback before I go long, especially on such a rip up. See, that's better. Believe it or not, this is healthy. This is healthy to see it rip all the way back down, maybe even tap the bottom here and then rip up again. I know it sounds crazy. These EMAs and VWAP are at 631. 631. Shit, 631 is down here. Price could come all the way down here. It's just I don't want to. Then if it breaks down here, I don't want to short into VWAP. That's not safe either. I'd rather see a bullish reaction and then look for that long. Why do I look for longs? Why am I looking for longs? Look at the market. It's been ripping up every time it gets down here. So that's just my bias, kind of. You know, I don't like to have a bias, but I also don't like to chase. I feel like if I take a long up here, that would be a chase, and it's just a low probability from my experience. Yep, we're getting that reaction off the resistance pivot here. So it's 9:48. Might have to wait for the 10 a.m. candle. Might have to wait for that. That might be the candle that actually pulls back. That might be the candle that pulls back. It's gonna be a tough day, and there might not be a trade today, guys. To be honest, if I don't see anything I like, I won't trade because flat is a position also. Just so you know that. Not every day is a perfect condition to trade. It's just I might have already missed the move for the day, which could have been this one right here. It could have been this one right here, but I don't really trade until my strategy is the 15-minute orb, you know, not the 5-minute orb, which it could be yours. That's fine. And there's other people that trade the first 5-minute, you know, it's too volatile. It could work out. It could work out. I'm sure I would have to back test it to see, you know. But I've back tested the 15-minute plenty. So that's the one I trust. That's the one I'm confident about. Now this pullback here, that's healthy. Now I wish it would pull back a little more before it breaks out. Like I said, I really wanted to see at least touch EMA 21 and then show me something bullish. This little reaction here, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let me look at the 15 minute. 15 minute. Good. We gotta wait for a good trade, man. We gotta wait. I don't just take anything. I wait for a good trade. The good thing is it didn't break out on ES. And if ES starts pulling back now, too, that'd be good. Which it is. But it looks like the Bears and the Bulls are fighting it off right now. This could go either way. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We have plenty of time before the next 1 hour candle opens, which in about 9 minutes. Okay. Looks like a little bit of chop. Little bit of, it's kind of bear flagging, right? That's what you want to see, kind of. You want to see a little like bear flag, bull flagging. So like a flag, boom. Bull flagging. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see. Let's stay patient. 2 minutes and 40 seconds for this candle to finish, and it might break up, man. It might. It looks like it just doesn't want to go lower, and it might be a fake breakout. But I mean, this candle here isn't bad. My concern is, was it enough of a retracement or retest to continue going up? Will it break the resistance pivot? You know, the daily high is a strong magnet for price. But then again, look at this massive move it just did. And it broke this swing high here. So I feel like a better move would be wait for it to get to like halfway, right? And then wait for the pump. Struggle. ATR is at 24 currently, so let's see what happens. Not too high. I thought it would be higher by now. I thought it would be like at 30 or 40, but it's actually not as high as as I normally see it. If you look at the previous streams, it's usually like at 40, 50, but it is Monday, so let's see what happens. All right, looks like it's breaking to the upside. Tapping that resistance pivot. I don't know if I want to try this long. Man, it's really tricky here, dude. Really tricky. And this could be a fake out. This could be a fake out, and it could fake me out, to be honest. I hate that I hate that it's so high up already. I hope it's not overextended. Nope. Not breaking. Oh, okay. It is breaking on ES though. It is breaking on ES. I just, it's made a big move, man. It's made a big move for me to take this long. I'm just not convinced until I see a pullback, to be honest. Like a better pullback. This wasn't sufficient for me. I want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little more. Yeah, I feel like it's going to chop around here for a little bit. And then maybe come down and then go up. Mm-mm. Or it could rip up. But technically it didn't break. It broke out of the orb on ES, but it didn't break out of the orb on NQ. So hard to say what could happen here. And I don't think it hasn't really tapped, or it did tap the resistance pivot on ES. So yeah, I mean, this could be a fake out again. Just not totally convinced until I see a little pullback and then something that tells me that it wants to go up. But we got to stay patient. Got to stay patient. This might be a long stream if we stay very patient. We got to do what we got to do. And whatever, if it gets to like 11:35 or whatever and it's still chopping around, then there's no trade today. And we'll just wait for tomorrow. It is what it is. I'm not going to take a whatever trade. I want to see something that kind of tells me where it wants to go, you know? I think this is what it's going to do, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's going to tap up here, and then come down. It wants to tap these highs. There's liquidity here, or a lot of maybe sell orders. So a lot of people have their TP right here. So if it hits here, that's where we're going to see the pullback. Let's see. Let's see how many buyers are in the market. And I'm thinking there's a lot of sellers here. Yep. Well, it looks like it's breaking out on NQ now. We got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It already broke out on ES on the previous candle. Not a strong breakout, but it was a breakout. And it is pumping on ES. Currently, obviously, it's kind of matches what NQ does. So let's see. Okay, it tapped that daily high, and it is in the middle of that resistance there. Let's see how it reacts to all of that. If it wants to keep ripping up or go down. My intuition tells me it wants to pull down after that. We got about a minute and 50 seconds left on the 1 hour candle before it is 10 a.m. and the next candle forms. And like I said, I think that next 1 hour candle is going to pull back, because it did a pretty strong move, guys. This thing has been pumping on the 1 hour time frame since 6 a.m. Since 6 a.m. 7, 8, 9, and 10 a.m. candle. So there's got to be something that kind of gives you an entry to go long, you know? You don't want to buy now. Even if it did break out of the orb, now's when you're going to buy? When it hits the swing highs? You got to be crazy. Unless you're scalping like 5-10 points, sure. But yeah, you're not going to find, I don't think 50 points there until it pulls back. All right, let's see. We got to stay patient. Here we go. 30 seconds, 35 seconds until the new 1 hour candle opens. And let's see if it rips up or rips down. Let's see what happens here. Patience, guys. Patience. I know. You want to see moves. And right now it's showing a pretty bearish hammer on ES. So it's going right back into orb. And I feel like that's what it's gonna pull. It's gonna pull back now. I think. Maybe not. It might do a slow grind up. Not give us a chance to pull. It does that sometimes, man. It does that, but I mean, ES is pulling back and NQ is pumping. Can you guys get on the same page? Come on, let's get a pullback here. Let's get a pullback. A decent pullback. And then a nice, rip up. Don't just grind up. Don't just grind up all day, man. Don't do that. Could I use lower time frames? Sure. I just don't like going lower than 5 minutes for my entry. I've looked at them before. I've looked at them. It's just that 1 minute time frame is a trader. It'll tell you one thing, does another. um, man, come on, NASDAQ. I know I asked for a lot, but let's get a pullback here. At least a 50% pullback. I want to chase this shit. Crazy when I said that first 5 minute candle showed like something bullish. I was like, if I were to trade the first 5 minute candle, that would have been the entry right there. That would have been my indicator showing me that it wants to go to the daily high there. But the thing is, I just don't trade before the first 15-minute time frame. All right, it looks like it does these little fake outs that it's gonna go down, but it doesn't do the full pullback here, man. Super annoying. Looks like it did a very small pullback on the 1 hour. And now it's showing a shooting star on ES. Jeez. Man, my luck, if I do take the long, that's the moment it starts pulling back. That's the moment it starts pulling back. I'm just not. I hate to take a long up here already. Look at this massive pump. I feel like it's trying to fake people out, man. It's trying to fake people out that are impatient for you to catch it long here. And then it goes psych, comes all the way down here. And then rips back up. It's just a low probability trade. If you take a long up here, I mean, it could rip up. It could work out in your favor, but I really want to see a pullback, man. Again, it's been ripping up since 6 a.m. after it tapped EMA 50 on the 1 hour and VWAP. It hasn't touched VWAP since since 6 a.m. It has not tapped VWAP, so I'm pretty sure this wants to tap VWAP to make sure that's the price. Paciencia, yes, patience. Patience is the only thing we could do because I just really don't want to chase this to the upside. And you got to be okay if it does grind and continue to grind up. If it continues to grind up, it is what it is. If it doesn't give you an entry, you just don't enter. It is what it is. It's just not convincing to take a long, even if it broke out here after it swept the daily high. And look at this huge move it did on the 1 hour. It has to give me something like this and then show me this for me to go long. This is the pattern. This is the pattern you want to look at. Yeah, and it looks like it's getting weak. If you see the candles, they're getting smaller on the 5 minute. It didn't make a higher high. It didn't make a higher high here. So it might want to start coming down. Guys, we're just staying patient. We're just staying patient. In case you're wondering, we got to stay patient just because there's no good entry point right here. And again, I don't want to chase this. I really don't, because my luck, the moment I go long here is it goes psych. Now I'm going down. Thanks, David. Just was waiting for your entry. So, and honestly, on ES, it is pulling back. Well, now it's not, but it's kind of choppy on ES. It's kind of choppy. Kind of choppy. It did do a retest of orb on ES, so it looks a little cleaner to take along. It did do a little pullback, tapped into some imbalances, fair value gaps, but we have 3 minutes left on this candle. Let's see how it closes. Let's see how this thing closes. Yeah, man, this thing is just chopping right now. Like it's undecided. It's in between. Currently, it's just a doji. Let's see if this resistance pivot. There he goes. Looks like it's pulling down now on ES. This is what we want to see. We want to see it come down, retest these retest VWAP, to be honest. That would be key. If it could tap VWAP, I doubt it, but if it could at least tap EMA 21 or EMA 50 and then show me like a bullish reaction, that wouldn't be a bad trade. Be decent, but I got to see the same kind of momentum on ES and on the other time frames. Get to at least 50% of this range and then show me something bullish. This thing is super annoying right now, man. It made the move. That's the thing. It made the move when the market opened. That was the move right there. And I liked it. I just didn't like that it was so early. That wouldn't have been bad. Let's see how many points that would have ended up being. So like I said, I probably would have taken this long right here because of that shooting star. And then it ended up being 82 point ripper. Yeah. Usually have my take profit at about 60. So yeah, I would have hit take profit with this candle, the red candle at 950. Would have been done for the day, closing the stream. Oh man, it is what it is. I gotta trade my strategy. Okay, finally, I think we're getting a pullback now. Is it gonna be a good retracement? Because I want to see it pull back at least 50% of this candle, which would be 25,772. 772 is, yep, okay. Or maybe even, yeah, this fair value gap here. We're gonna just wait and watch. I am not shorting this. Y'all like to short when the market is going up and go fade the trend, go for it, but not me. I go with the trend. I go with the trend. For me, that's not a high probability trade. If you want to short it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see it go rip down and give me some kind of confirmation that he really wants to go back up. Now we stay patient. Well, finally, it's doing a move. You see? Man, if I would have taken this long right here, if I would have taken this on the breakout, boom, I'd be getting killed right now. I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it. You can't look at this move, guys. Look at this move after it just swiped a daily high. Come on. Come on. That's why patience pays, guys. Having the patience, having the patience. You gotta like hold your emotions and just watch what the market does. This looked like a fake out right here for the people who wanted to short. It kind of squeezed them out a little bit, and then it did the move here. Oh no, you're joking. Oh my God, is that the deepest it's gonna go? Bro, this just is not gonna give you what you want. It's just not gonna give you. You gotta go lower than that. You gotta go lower than that. I would say like at least the EMA 21. Come on. Other people have different EMAs, like EMA 8, which could possibly be up. It could possibly be like around here. They're a little tighter, or EMA 9. But I don't like to have that much stuff on my screen either. I already have a lot of shit on my screen. But yeah, everybody has their own style, you know. Let's see what happens. Gotta stay patient. Gotta stay patient. Let's see. All right, that's the drop that we were looking for. It's dropping. Hopefully it keeps dropping a little more and then shows us that bullish reaction. We might have to stay very patient until that it shows us that bullish reaction. But right now, it is on its way down to retest the lows. On ES, ES just completely reversed. ES has completely reversed to the upside. Is NASDAQ gonna do it also? Was that that was the pullback it wanted? No way. This is how it traps you. This is how the market traps you. If this thing closes green above these highs, then yes, I will take a long there because it would be showing me that it wants to go up, you know? It would be showing me it wants to go up. At least temporarily. But it looks like ES is tricking people right now, man. This thing looks like it wants to rip up now. Like it's not. Oh, man. You think that was a deep enough retracement? I might take a long here just because ES is kind of ripping, man. ES is ripping. And I'll put my stop here a little less than what I normally do, I think. We're going to do 1 micro. I'll wait for this candle to close. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how. Oh, it already made a higher high there. It's breaking out of orb again.
Order filled.
All right. Let's see what happens. We'll leave it at 100 or move it under this. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Let me fix this here. It might chop me out. You never know. It might chop me out. It's just this bullish pin bar here, man. I'm going off more or less what I'm seeing on ES. All right, let's see. Let's see. Am I gonna get the rip that I want? Am I gonna get it? I'm in kind of chop, but I'm just looking at ES's. Uh, ES's. It just did a big bullish move on the 5 minute. So yeah, I could get chopped out here. Who knows? It could literally go either way. Hopefully it breaks out of this chop and just rips. Makes it a higher high here. But yeah, I mean, going off what ES is showing me, it was showing me something very bullish. Alrighty, so let's see. Okay, ES is ripping up. Why doesn't NQ follow? Come on, NQ. I need you to follow. I need you to follow this. I need you to follow. Who's the leader today? NQ or ES? Let's go. There we go. Come on, let's get some bullish. There we go. There we go. I do have my trailing at 160 ticks, so that's when it'll kick in and kind of move me to break even and start trailing. But let's see. I mean, it's looking kind of choppy. Hopefully I could get a nice rip up. Might want to go to this next high here. Let's see. Where's the next high? Right there. Let me mark this out so you guys could see it better. This is the next swing high from some time ago. Hey, you saw that rip? Y'all saw that rip? Let's go. Come on. And that high is at 890. 890 is about here. Oof. There we go. Come on. Get up there. I'm telling you, ES was ripping up, so somebody was lying. Somebody was lying. You know? Somebody was lying. And I thought NQ was lying. So I followed what S&P is kind of showing me. Now, should I move to break even here, guys? Or let it ride? Let it ride until Auto Trail kicks in. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right. Come on. Let's get a nice little pop and get up to those swing highs of 890. I think it wants to get there. Let's go. Let's go. We're at 45. We're at 45. Is this the trade of the day or what? I've been patient. I wanted more of a pullback. I wanted more of a pullback down here, but after this pullback and a bullish pin bar, man, I had to take the long there. There we go. We're at 57. You guys could take profits if you guys took the long with me. Y'all could take profit at any 70 bucks there, at least with one micro. Let's see the next candle here. Let's see the next one. Let's get the final push to that 890. There we go. Come on. Come on. Let's get that ripper. Let's get it. Let's get. Hey, all right. We got it. All right. Cha-ching, baby. Cha-ching. We can't lose. We can't lose. I mean, the worst that could happen is I get stopped out in profit at 16 bucks. But you guys could pull out right now, 85. Hey, I just think it's gonna keep going. I think it's gonna keep going. At least ES is ripping. ES is ripping to the upside right now. So Oh, is it gonna finally pull back and stop me out, or is it gonna rip to the take profit? Come on, guys. Don't do what you did to me on Friday. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, if I move my stop and get stopped out at 80 bucks and it rips all the way to 120, let's go. 90 bucks. Y'all can pull out. I'm just saying. I took that long right there. I mean, I'm telling you, I know something. Hopefully it doesn't do its pullback yet. Come on, just a little more. At least get to 890. That was the previous swing high that I marked here on the 1 hour. At least get to 890 because I think that's a pretty key level there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a ripper up there. It's almost there. It's almost there. Come on. Come on. Tap it. Tap it. You haven't been up there in a while. It's at $90, guys. Oh, should I trail a little closer? You guys think it's gonna come down and make a wick here? How much would I secure? I'm gonna do it. $64. You think it's gonna come down? Now that I moved it, now it wants to come down? Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, keep ripping up. Oh my God, it knows I moved it. It's like, what you moved there? What is that? I don't know if you guys seen that meme. What's in your pocket there? Oh no, don't run out of juice here and tap me out. No way. Oh my God, come on, 84. Keep pushing up. Don't come down. Don't create the bottom wick. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my God. Regardless, it's a good amount, you know? And we'll end the day with a good trade there, man. Hey, when you win against this market, dude, you gotta be happy. You gotta be happy. Let's see if it comes down and taps me out, or if it taps that take profit, and we can start Monday off with 120 instead of 64. Let's see. Let's see. Here it comes. Oh man, it's playing with my emotions. Is it gonna rip? Let me see what ES is doing. What is ES doing right now? ES is playing around too. ES, hey, start pumping. Let's go. Let's get it. Start pumping. Start pumping. Get up there. You know you want to get up there. You haven't tapped that in how long? How many days has it been since that swing? When was that? When was that? January 16th? That was January 16th. Oh, come on. David, you're here. I'm going to tap you out and then I'm going to go up. You guys can pull your profit at any moment, guys. I think it's going to stop me out in 64, man. So annoying. So annoying. Look how man, we keep getting super close and then it just goes psych. Psych. But regardless, it's a win, man. Regardless what happens, it's a win. So let's see what happens. Come on, can we get a nice little ripper here? Oh my goodness, the torture. It's playing with me. It's playing with me. I think it's running out of juice. People are selling now. I think people are gonna start. Whoa. Hey. Hey. Let's go. Come on, push it. It's a little more. Don't come down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think it's going to tap me. We're just going to let it be. We're just going to let it be. Yeah. Regardless, at least I got 65. No matter what happens. About 60 bucks. Oh my God. What just happened?
Stop filled.
Oh, damn. That was an aggressive. It's like, get the hell out of here, David. So how was that trade? $62. It was 64. It could rip all the way back up now. If you guys left your stop loss and didn't trail, it might continue going up there, but look how close. My goodness, look how close it got to that swing high. From what date did I say? January. Yeah, that's like January 16. Yeah, January 16. Yeah. They didn't want to give it to them. If you had your TP at 890, which was this swing high, you're probably pissed off right now that it's doing this pullback. You know? But hey, oh, now it wants to do the massive pullback. Bro. Crazy. And it's dumping too on ES. Hey, we came out profitable. I took a long from right here, showed me this bullish move. I said, "Oh, I'm seeing ES that wants to rip to the upside." It started ripping. So I was like, "You know what? I think NQ is lying to us." Took the long, got this massive, pretty much this whole candle, and got stopped out right here. So how many points did I get? How many points? Let's go to the ruler. I took the long from here to right here. 31 points. 31 point candle. That's decent, guys. 31 points? That's decent. You know? I wish it would have ripped, and I think I needed a few more points. I got up to like 90 something dollars at one point, but you know, NASDAQ saw that I moved my stop loss and it was like, nah, David, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You're getting stopped out in profit. All right. You're gonna take that, be happy, and then I'm gonna rip to the upside. Because that's what it does. That's what it does, guys. For me personally, this market is overextended at the moment. It needs to tap these EMAs and VWAP before I look for another long. I need to see a good pullback and retracement, and then for it to show me how it did here and how it did when the market opened here. This first 5-minute candle showed you, hey, I want to go up. This candle right here showed me, hey, I want to go up. Why did I take this? Because it broke again out of orb. It showed me a bullish reaction on the higher time frames. It was showing me a bullish reaction on the 15-minute. It was showing me a super bullish on S&P 500, which is the ES. That was ripping to the upside. It just gave me all the confirmations that I needed to take a long. Was I a little uneasy because it didn't do the massive pullback that I wanted, which it's doing now? That's kind of why I was a little uneasy on it, and it was a little bit of chop. But ES gave me the confidence to take that long there. And again, sure, it wasn't my full 120, but that's why I started trailing. And I trailed a lot tighter than my auto trail. So I moved it above my auto trail. But hey, once you hear that cha-ching, we can only get stopped in profit unless some crazy news happens and slippage, which is possible, but yeah. All right, it's 8:30. This might be a short stream because I took that. Listen, what time did I take that on? 10:15. We didn't have to be as patient as we normally are until like 11 something. It was a little choppy. I took the long there. And it could chop around now because, or I might want to do this pullback. Let's see. Either way, guys, I hope you trade safe. If you do look for another long, wait for it to retest all these VWAPs and then look for a bullish reaction to the upside. That's all I could say. Make sure to always confirm with the higher time frames and make sure to confirm with ES. See, it's doing more or less the same thing. Look, you see? They just wanted to take me out and come right back up. It's possible. Anything is possible here. Anything is possible. It's all about good timing. You know, if I would have, I don't know, chased it about here, I could have got stopped out right here. So it really is about timing and having those confirmations with those multiple time frames. But we got stopped in profit, and so far we're starting off the Monday green at $62. Not a massive, but these little wins start adding up. You start getting all these little base hits. By the time you know it, you're getting a payout, and you're doing, you know, you're consistent. You're consistent. If you need to hit certain numbers like 150 or whatever, you guys have to just, you know, risk appropriately. I just did one micro again. Like I told you, there's a lot of news in the market right now. We're kind of waiting for that Fed rate news on Wednesday, so it's just volatile, not high probabilities. So why I downsized. But yeah, I hope you guys trade safe. Thank you for watching Trading with David 305. Make sure that you hit that like button. And thanks again for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. to go over what the game plan is so we could take another win and just continue this win streak that we have for the last 2 weeks. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Have a great one.